Aenon. Beatrice falls. The monster's tendrils snap her like a twig. Her blood hits the dirt with a wet finality. You stare frozen. Breath slow, limbs slack, and then everything else fades away. The big top is silent. The flames are still. A sound begins. A soft, delicate, familiar sound. A lullaby. A simple melody, just 5 notes, hummed slightly off key. Too far away to follow, too close to ignore, but harmonized in an augmented chord. Something beautiful to be heard and terrifying to behold. You turn, and there's nothing behind you. Only trees where canvas should be. A forest cloaked in shadow. The lullaby continues. No lyrics, no singer, no memory. Just a child's laugh, distant and echoing. And then the world snaps back. Screams, fire, blood. The moment crashes over you again. Beatrice is gone. What do you do?
Citizens, get the fuck out.
Oh yeah, they were all supposed to have turns to move, so I'm gonna give them all a bunch of dash actions to get the fuck on out of here.
This wasn't the show? Fuck, I think this might be real.
I paid 15 gold for this show.
And I look at the 2 that are right next to me and I'm like, you 2 also, get the fuck, go, get out.
They don't say anything, they just tip their hat and thank you. And I believe that is all the living civilians. What would you like to do?
I am bonus action taking a mana potion.
It's 1d4 minus 1 spell slots return. I'll roll that d4 right here. 4 minus 1 is 3 spell slots returned. I know you only have 2. Take 3.
Yeah.
You feel charged.
And then I cast Thunder Wave.
Constitution save?
Constitution save, DC 14.
Come on.
That is a natural 1. The experiment fails on this Constitution saving throw. What is that damage? 11, 22 points of thunder damage.
And pushes him back, yes, 10 feet.
You see it take a massive blow from this reverberative damage. It is blown back. It looks like it stumbles and falls backwards, but as it falls back, its shape reforms and shifts to almost like an ethereal stumble. It starts twisting and falling into its own space and being propelled backwards. It is not dead, but it looks close.
And then object interaction, I just grab a torch in the event that I need to do something with this fire.
Sweet. It is now the Exspiravit's turn. With 1 hit point remaining, you see its flurry of sinew and threads being pulled into its body. You see all of the bodies around it almost calcify and become completely stiff as they are beyond rigor mortis. And you can see all of that blood flowing freely into the Exspiravit. It starts to look withered from that attack. It can't maintain its shape, but as this blood seeps back into its form, it starts to refit its broken patches and reconfigure and reform its entire body. It's not fully back up, but it went from 1 hit point to a bit more than that.
Oh, bitch. And it's now standing at least 1 foot.
And it is now standing at least 1 foot in the flammable powder. And it roars at you, Anne. And it is going to make an attack.
I'm glad that we all want to burn it. Makes me feel better about thinking about that immediately.
Burn her.
I wanted to befriend it.
Oh.
Cnidarias, it is going to make an attack against you. A 7 misses. It is going to make its second attack against you. A 22. That is going to be 5 points of slashing damage and 3 points of necrotic damage. Make a Constitution saving throw for me. That is going to fail. You lose HP at the start of your turn for 1 minute, this same amount of damage. 8 points of damage. So at the start of your next turn, you are going to lose that much damage as well. All right, that is the Exspiravit's actions, and it is going to move and approach this riser. And Cnidarias, you get an attack of opportunity if you'd like to make it.
Okay, sure.
A 10 does not hit.
I have a D6 inspiration. I might as well use it. Let me try it.
You could do it.
Shit.
A 13 does not hit. You
was worth a
swipe
shot.
out. You swipe out, and your sword begins to sing in a melody, in a harmony, as it like syncs with the frequency of the Exspiravit. The form just moves right around it. Like the form stays there. It looks like you hit it, but it does not do any damage because it shifts around the blade as it would come in contact, and it moves to accost Salem and Aenon on the risers. All right, that is the Exspiravit's turn. It is now Rennick's turn with Cnidarias on deck.
Rennick's gonna try to unfrighten himself, so I'm gonna
Wisdom
hit
saving
that
throw.
wisdom.
Save! Rennick shakes his head. The Exspiravit's whimpers are starting to instill Rennick with a sense of confidence. This is possible.
Yes! I mean, woof. He's still...
Everybody, including the Exspiravit, just stops and looks at Rennick with a sideways eye.
Well, Rennick was kind of out of sight, out of mind, because he went like all the way down.
Did he talk, Willis? We gotta have a
Bless
chat,
you.
Willis.
I mean, Wolf.
talking dog.
He's like dog with a blog.
That's a dumb bit. Okay, let's continue on.
This is lore building.
Rennick, what is Rennick doing?
I wasn't really prepared to pass that wisdom saving throw.
Just texted you something. The reason you maybe wouldn't consider this is because it's never come up before. But I'm telling you, Rennick knows he can do that.
Oh. Okay, so Rennick runs up to Cnidarias, runs up to where he's at. Do I have a button for that?
So what this roll is going to be is 1d20.
Okay. Darn it.
7.
Hey, did I ever use my D4?
No, you
Not.
can totally do so. 10. Rennick, he howls and calls attention. The Exspiravit shifts in its form and its face goes to the other side, to the backside. Rennick starts sprinting and leaping and bounding. He rushes, using that dash action, to get to Cnidarias. Cnidarias, you see this dog bounding at you, sprints towards you and leaps in the air and into your arms essentially. But when he makes contact with you, his paranatural shape disperses. And you can see Rennick dismiss himself. And you gain 10 hit points back. The excess is
Got it.
The excess is temporary.
Please grab his collar.
Wow.
And a collar drops onto the ground.
Love you, big guy.
You have to tell him that later. He's dead right now.
No, he's just not here right now.
No,
He is not dead.
He's dead right now.
Oh, wow.
It's important to know that. He dies
Okay.
every time he does this.
Right. Cnidarias,
Called
it
sacrifice
is
for a
now
reason.
your turn. Go ahead and make that saving throw again.
An 11.
That is a failure. The DC is 12. You're going to take that 8 points of damage, 5 slashing, 3 necrotic, but you are not downed this round. You are still standing. What do you do?
Oh, 1 second. I had this planned out. Give me a moment. I thought I was gonna die.
I do that all the time.
Cnidarias is jotting in his journal. He's thought I was gonna die, saved by Cirq dog.
He's going back to the box to write on the box.
Right in his journal, big heroic finish.
Period.
Scribbled it out. Wait, sequel?
Cnidarias, there is actually, go ahead and roll another perception check with advantage, please.
Perception.
13. Good. That 0 was haunting.
I just like it with perception.
I persuade nothing.
Hi guys, you all perspective.
But a 13 on perception, thank you.
Cnidarias, the chaos of the fight intensifies. Every blow from the Exspiravit reverberating through the bones of the big top. Above it all, an eerie creak rises, a sharp metallic groan that cuts through the bedlam like a whispered warning. High above the center ring of the arena, a massive chandelier sways violently. Its frame is forged from iron vines and tarnished bronze filigree. Once grand, now blackened with soot and age, it hangs from the peak of the tent by a single fraying length of chain. The others have snapped, and it is barely clinging to the ceiling. Every time the Exspiravit lunges, the chandelier shudders. It swings wider. A few fractured beads of colored glass rain down, shattering across the blood-slicked floor. Sparks cascade as the rusted links grind against one another. It's clearly unstable. It's too protected to hit from a distance with an arrow, but one purposeful strike, and it will fall.
All right, I am going to exclaim to the room. Get out! I will save the day. I don't want to have to persuade you, so don't make me.
Right.
Just get out. Go. Leave me behind. Let me be.
Cnidarias, what are you feeling in this moment?
He's outwardly projecting heroism, and
He's running across the battlefield
Confidence.
screaming, no bad content, while writing down things in his journal.
yeah, and internally he's feeling absolutely terrified, and also like literally fearful because he is frightened of this creature.
This feeling of like uncertainty, this anxiety bubbling up from Cnidarias that is being projected outward as confidence and capability. As you are feeling this duality of emotions, because you do still feel confident to a degree, you know, like you're still nobody can do what you're doing writing in your journal if they aren't even a shred of confident about their abilities, right? So there's this duality of emotion just swirling inside you, and for a moment you feel mentally tripped up. Like Cnidarias is writing in his journal and his hand sort of slides and scratches deep onto the page, and you drop to your knees. And you hear a whisper carried through your head. It is the voice of your mother. And she says, I know this is who you were meant to be. Everybody in this room for a single second is blinded.
Yeah.
There's a absolute white light bathing the big top. Even the Exspiravit kind of like lurches away from this shining beacon of light. And when the light dissipates, when it fades, it doesn't fade fully. There's a fucking star in the middle of this big top. Cnidarias has reverted to some kind of primal form of Celeborn. Something about Cnidarias that we don't know about, that you guys don't know about, transforms him. And you are a sort of final form version of Cnidarias, an angel basked in light, bathing with glorious wings sprouting from your back, feathered and radiance. When you come to this ascended form, you also feel invigorated. Go ahead and max out your hit points. All of your unarmed attacks and armed attacks do an additional 1d4 radiant damage. In this form, you have advantage on all of your attacks right now. What would you like to do with this new form that you have?
Okay, well, I am gonna fly. How high was that chandelier up there?
This big top is about, I would say like clearance-wise, like about 80 feet into the air is where the chandelier is at.
Okay, then I will use my action to dash and fly 80 feet towards the chandelier.
Cnidarias rockets from the ground, wings flap and drag across the dirt as he shoots into the air straight for the chandelier. Anything else?
Before I shoot up into the air, can I use my free action to do a performance check to blow into my bagpipes as loud as I can to see if it disturbs the monster?
Yeah, go ahead and make a performance check.
Ooh.
Cnidarias, you're really turning me on right now.
Willi has obtained one crush.
Me too.
No, I actually have 2 crushes because Beatrice is a cutie pie.
She dead.
She's off market. She's dead.
Is she dead?
She's dead. She is
off market.
Connor.
Yeah. No, we live in a world with magic, Jay.
Well, she's married.
Okay, let's never stop Salem before.
Fair point.
I just can't win. I can't win. Okay. So your performance check was a 10.
Yeah, not great.
You all see Cnidarias like equip his bagpipe and stream into the air and blow an off-kilter, out-of-key note as he flies straight up.
That crush, really?
As he just like
Minus
streams
1
into the air.
attraction.
-1 attraction.
Cnidarias turns into this radiant angel, and Willi is like, oh my. And then he just like eagle screeches into the air.
I like look away because of the secondhand embarrassment. Like,
Okay, so are you using your action to dash to get up there?
Yeah.
Okay, so Cnidarias, you fly straight into the air using even more. Another flap of your wings propels you another 40 feet, and you are at eye level with this chandelier. And you can again see it hanging by one linked chain as the metal grinds against itself and sways violently and surreptitiously and dangerously.
Okay. And then I'm gonna again exclaim to the room, "Get out!" And also get him into the fire. He needs to be in the fire.
And that is your free action, movement, bonus action, etc., etc.
Oh, my bonus action I can't use because I'm too high in the air, so never mind.
Cool.
I can't inspire anyone.
Well, I mean, we can say you did it on the ground. That's fine.
Okay, well, throw an who's feeling the most inspired by me? Salem gets it, because he's my best friend.
Willi physically turned away, so I'm gonna go with Salem.
Okay, Salem, you get a bardic inspiration die.
We're wondering, because we're all in the turn order together, if we could change our order.
Yeah, if you guys are next to each other in initiative, you can adjust however you guys go, whatever you see fit.
Is it cool if Aenon goes next?
Yeah, totally.
Yes, and we are going to do it again. He needs a DC 14 Constitution saving throw.
21 succeeds.
Hot.
Once again, blasted by this thunder wave, you can see chunks of this blood ghost just peeling off of it as the stream of violent reverberative noise tears through it like a sandblaster. But it does not move. It is unrelenting. Kind of screams in your face.
I believe that he was, before he came back over here, he was standing in the powder, so he probably has some powder stuck to his foot.
I'm just gonna make a luck check.
I think that after touching Willi's sweaty ass body, he definitely has some dust on his fingers.
But he is form shifting, so that's why I'm rolling a luck die. But would not explode necessarily, but would catch flame, right? So D20, 10 or above. As a 3, the form shifting has cleaned its body bare of any contaminants.
I can still at least bonus action try to push him. That is a bonus action, right?
Yeah, go ahead and make a strength check. It's going to be contested with its strength.
Be strong.
Your DC is 15. I'm also going to give you advantage because of your fur-born build.
And I'm going to use my D4 inspiration.
D6 inspiration. Even on a 1, like you just rolled, it's going to be a success. Aenon, like, using the momentum from the high rise, just like runs down these steps the way somebody might at, like, you know, working out at Red Rocks. Just bounding, sprinting from one step to the next, and just pushes into the Exspiravit's body when it, like, fully forms and manifests right in that moment. And Aenon, you are able to push it back 10 feet. And it kind of rolls and tumbles and quickly, like, recomposes itself and stands back up. All right, that is going to be Salem with Willi on deck. Before Salem goes, however...
Fucker.
Oh, no.
Salem and Aenon, I need you both to make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
Save.
Success. Failure. Aenon, you are able to jump out of the way of this spray, but Salem, when Aenon leaves the line of sight, you see the Exspiravit just like throw this just globule of, you know, recycled fluids in your direction and sprays all over your front face. You are going to
It's
take
my fur. It's in my whiskers.
It's all clumpy. It's nasty over
6
there.
points of necrotic damage. And your speed is halved until the end of your next turn.
Okay.
Ooh, this bitch is nasty.
That is its legendary action. Salem, you are up with Willi on deck.
Can I take one of my tinderboxes with my free action and light an arrow on fire?
Yes, what we're saying here, you are using your whole tinderbox to do this.
Yes,
So go ahead and
okay.
delete the tinderbox from the inventory, and you affix it to the end of an arrow, re-counterbalance it on the other side to make sure it flies straight. You've done this before in the field. You are used to this sort of maneuver, and you knock it. Go ahead and make an attack.
Can I, as my weapon mastery with that arrow, do a push action?
Yes, absolutely.
So if I hit a creature with this weapon, so just hit it, it doesn't have to damage, which is specified in other one of the things. I can push it up to 10 feet straight away from myself if it's large or smaller. Is it bigger than large?
It is a large monstrosity.
Okay. So yeah, if I hit it, I can push it. I have Bardic, but I don't have advantage because I'm not hiding.
Yeah.
You still have a bonus action to hide.
Bonus action hide.
Really? If it's everything? Okay, yeah, bonus action, I'll hide for sure. Can I just move a little bit in front of Aenon and get in the shadow of these bleachers?
You grip your claws into the side of the wood on the riser and throw your legs over your head, doing a bit of a cartwheel, hiding yourself underneath the risers, peeking out from underneath Aenon's legs and getting some coverage and being able to hide. Go and make the stealth check first.
Cool, you got it. That is 27.
Stealthy.
Hidden. You can make this attack with advantage.
Awesome. Okay,
Yes.
so I'm making this attack with advantage.
Boom,
it is
boom.
my rapier, and I also have the
No, this is
D6.
this is
Not
your
rapier, short bow.
bow.
And I have a D6 or D4 of the inspiration.
D6 for inspiration.
Ooh, 24 to hit.
24 will hit. Nice. So this is. Go ahead and roll D4 fire damage, please.
Oh, you got it. 1d4. So 2 more damage.
The 2 damage is actually 4 damage.
Fire damage is double.
Okay.
You see it like attempt to shift away from this arrow, but it does not have time. And when it ignites, you can see like even the parts of its form that are shifting and in flux also begin to ignite like oxygen in a chamber. You know, like it starts to chain reaction and get a bunch of itself all at once. And then also 3 sneak damage, and then finally 7 reduced to 4 piercing damage.
And it's pushed back.
If you hit a creature with this weapon, you can push it up to 10 feet straight away from yourself if it's large or smaller.
It is mostly in the circle of explosive powder.
And on fire.
And you can hear the crunching like gravel as it slides against the boards. And it is on fire right now. The fire is on the upper half of its body where this arrow hit, but the Exspiravit like looks down and sees the powder, and its form stops shifting. The arrow locks into its torso. And the fire is contained up to the top half of it. It does not touch the powder right now, but it cannot form shift at the moment. Because of that, it is actually going to have its AC reduced by 2 because the form shift provides a +2 to armor class.
Oh, damn, yeah.
Wow.
My
That
God.
is a great fucking move there, Salem.
That was Aenon. That was Aenon being clever. Holy shit.
Beautiful.
Okay.
Willie,
Yes.
do it.
Willi like grabs one of the gong mallets.
And I spin around in my new wings and just boing.
Object interaction. Willi strikes the mallet against the gong, and there is a boom, kind of like echoing through the big top. And you can see the Exspiravit kind of reacting to your gong strike. It takes another 5-foot step backwards, further into the pile.
Nice.
It is also going to take 5 points of thunder or force damage from the gong itself.
Yes.
Okay.
Willi, that is your object interaction. What would you like to do?
Do I have a torch?
There is a torch up on the platform that you're on. You don't have an object interaction, but if you used your action to grab that torch and throw it, I would allow that if you're trying to like specifically target the fire powder.
I definitely want that.
Willi tosses the mallet onto the ground, grabs the torch from the sconce on the side of this platform, and just hurls it. Go ahead and make a dexterity check for me with your proficiency bonus. We'll add a +2 to this manually. +2 is going to be a 12, but you're not attacking the Exspiravit. You are trying to get this torch.
Powder.
You lob the torch and it sails through the air. This could be the moment. And when it topples to the ground, it lands just outside of the radius of the powder.
Someone poke it.
It is barely illuminated, barely flickering with the last gasps of light on the torch.
Can I move to it and just like nudge it and then fly away a little bit?
You do not have the movement to get to that torch.
Can't I fly at 40 though, you said?
But that would put you at 5 feet outside of the torch. So you're 40 feet up, and then laterally you have to make some movement too. So it's about like Pythagoras theorem, it's about 50 to 60 feet away from you.
Even if I poke my foot out real far.
You are unfortunately a very short person.
Is someone?
Remember, your bones just ain't right.
My bones ain't right.
Bones ain't right.
I forgot.
It's okay. We got this. We got this. We're still doing it.
Willi, it was so close. DC 13 to throw it in the spot, and you're one below.
Wait, do I have
Nice
an
gods.
inspiration?
You
at
don't
all
have any more
anymore?
inspiration. You used it.
Fuck.
Used it with Rennick.
Yeah, you did.
Yep.
Dang it.
Unfortunately, and that is Willi's turn concluded, unless you do want to use any of your
Wait, is it
movement right
Rennick's
now.
turn?
Rennick's dead.
Oh, right.
He's in
Then
you.
you're
Darius.
now.
Sacrifice himself.
You hear a
Be brave, soldier.
I mean,
sorry, Benny.
Oh my god, that was so funny. I almost just peed my pants.
Love it. Willi, any movement from you?
Actually, can I just go to the floor?
Yeah, of course. At the end of your turn, it is still going to use its last legendary action.
Don't be a bitch.
Salem, you are in range. You do have a +2 to your armor class, but that unfortunately does not help. As another is thrown in your direction, make a DC 12 Constitution saving throw.
Come on.
Okay.
got it. You got this.
Success. You see this lob of viscera launched in your direction, just like duck down as it sprays the top half of the risers here. And you can see it like dripping down from the floorboards and the seams, but it does not make contact with you. That is the legendary action. It is now its turn. Salem.
Yeah.
Does not hit. One of these tendrils lashes out at you and you dodge out of the way. DC 12?
DC
With your
12?
+2 armor class?
I mean, I have 15 armor class already.
Does not hit.
Yeah! Bad bitch.
I hiss and puff up.
And these tendrils grip onto the undersides of this riser and lurch backwards and rip this riser apart. You are now standing in open air and wooden splinters as this creature just screams in your direction.
Oh my
I
god.
do like the Halloween cat arch.
Cnidarias, you are up with Aenon on deck.
Okay, so we're all in the same turn order.
Well,
Yes.
all of us throw a torch.
You guys are all in the same turn order if you like to act on the same
I would say
turn.
you guys should get further out of the door. Use your movement to get out first, and then we can blow him up.
Okay.
And I'll drop
Yeah, I
the
can get
chandelier
outta
to
here.
make her he can't get out.
It's a canvas tent, right?
Cnidarias, maybe you can speak on this in character a bit, just because you are a tinkerer. You've worked with these kinds of materials before. What you see with the amount of explosive powder beneath you, the radius of this powder, you can safely assume that the blast radius of which will be 3 to 5 times wider than what the actual radius of the powder is.
Okay.
So at this point, minimum, the entire big top will be consumed in this explosion. And you do see that the buckets, the barrels are all broken and mostly empty, so the spread has stopped. This is as big as the physical radius will get for the powder. Also, last bit, these civilians are watching the spectacle, but they decide to run.
I don't blame them. Kind of want to too.
You should.
Yeah, I'll get out of here if you want us to go first.
I'm gonna fly like a foot into the air and then just like fly really far since I can fly further than I can walk.
We could just cut
Totally.
the back wall of the tent. We throw our torches, run out the back wall.
Yeah, that sounds easy.
You guys want to make a break for the canvas of the tent and toss your torches behind you?
Yeah, that sounds
Yes.
great.
Yes,
Easy
please.
peasy.
do it.
I'm going to ask for anybody who is doing that to make that same strength check. Or dexterity check, excuse me.
An 8.
All right, so that's Anon's roll, that's Salem's roll. Willi, what are you doing on your turn here?
Yeah, so I'm gonna fly towards a hole in the canvas and then dive out of it.
Yeah, so Willi just uses movement and dash movement to fly straight out of the canvas here. Cnidarias, what are you doing?
With that one torch that went in, am I confident that the thing's gonna explode?
We see bullet time, your party exiting in various fashions from the big top. Cnidarias, as they are running, you make this call out, and you see Salem as he's running grab a torch from a sconce on the wall and just whip it behind him without even looking, and keep sprinting through an open, like he runs towards the canvas and then slashes it with his claws, and him and Aenon escape. This torch twirls in the air, and you can see the arc. You can predict the arc. It is going to land inside the middle of the circle. In fact, it's probably going to hit the Exspiravit too.
Explode.
And is it going to explode the powder?
You have a safe assumption that yes.
Cnidarias, get the fuck out.
And as you guys all run out of the canvas, you see a bunch of the people fleeing. They're like, "Where's Cnidarias?" And these two girls who are they're holding their signed memorabilia. He's dead. Cnidarias, you feel this energy that you undertook, like the feat of propelling yourself so fast. You feel this energy become unstable and become unsustainable and begin to wane. You are floating kind of above, in the air next to the chandelier, and one of your wings starts to cripple and starts to shake, and you feel yourself start to drop a little bit. What would you like to do?
Can I get out from up here?
There hasn't been a lot that's been sent up into the air, so there's broken support beams and whatnot, but the actual top of the tent is a bit thicker canvas, kind of reinforced, because inclement weather and things like that. You don't want the top of the canvas completely dismantling while people are inside for a show. So there's not an immediate direct point of egress from this position here.
I've got 80 feet of movement. Is that enough to get? I'm 80 feet in the air. I can't get to the front.
You could probably get to some points, but you might not be able to get out right now.
Well, honestly, I'm further away than I will be if I dash towards the ground from the explosion. So I guess I'd rather stay up here. So I will hold on to the chandelier. I'm going to cast Blade Ward on myself and attach myself to the chandelier.
Okay, Cnidarias, you grab hold as your wings falter. With the last beat of those wings before they revert back into your body, you grab a hold of the chandelier, and you are swinging from this dangerously loose connection, and you pull yourself up back onto the chandelier, feeling exhausted. Do take 1 point of exhaustion from coming out of this form, which is going to affect all of your ability checks, I believe.
Okay.
Disadvantage on all your ability checks from now on. Anything else that you have that you would like to do?
Can I, object interaction, take a bump from my fairy dust?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
What's fairy dust do anything?
Oh, yeah. That was the important nat 20 right there.
That was the important one, right?
Yeah.
Right. You are filled
special.
with a wave of euphoria. Cnidarias, you pull out, not sure what's going to happen next, Cnidarias, you pull out a pen and paper, you write a whole soliloquy, you write a whole monologue, you write 3 pages of text and notes that just thoughts that were floating in your mind during this fight and just before it. You get it all out on paper. In case something happens, you're ready to tell the story from beyond the grave.
This whole journaling aspect of Cnidarias is so fucking funny.
Love
It's
that.
such a. I hope we carry that. That's just so
Beautiful.
funny.
And I believe that's all of your action economy and such?
I believe so. No
All right.
bonus action, so yeah.
That is everybody's
Cool.
turn in this round of initiative, which means that it is the Exspiravit's turn. Before it gets to its turn, the torch twirls in the air, completing its arc, lands dead center in the middle of this powder. And there's a small as all of the flame creeps across burning fields, and together with the wood, with the accelerants, with the fuel, erupts and explodes in a ball of fire that Cnidarias blinds you even from the ceiling up top there. The flames lap at your feet, kind of creeping up against you. We're going to give you 4 points of fire damage. As you are, it's truly it just smacks you
Your
right in the
hair's got
fat
singed.
ass. You have no more ass hair. There's
fat ass.
the tabard that you were wearing that covers the the tabard that you were wearing that covers your back end, as well as the seat of your pants, burn out, and we just see Cnidarias' ass.
Okay, as I'm
singed.
holding onto this little the chain like this, I just do a little one flex on each cheek, like a.
Can we get some angelic music, please?
Like a Terry Crews chest bounce, but just on your ass.
Left, right, or right, left?
Left,
right,
right,
left,
for sure.
left, right, for sure. That's the only way to go. And the last bits of fabric stitching fall with these flexes, and your booty fully exposed.
Oh, God damn it.
Your ass hairs are singed off.
Before it becomes the Exspiravit's turn, it is going to make a legendary action. Cnidarias, up high with a range of 120 feet. I need you to make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
I'm good at that. I can do it.
Or else it's gonna smack that ass.
Wait, didn't you say I have disadvantage on all my ability checks?
You do.
Okay.
Oh no, okay.
Yeah!
Yes!
You see this tendril shoot up from the flames and the fire and dispersing the smoke, dispersing the flame, and it launches towards you at rocket speeds. You are able to yank the chandelier just off to the side and move out of the path of its attack. And it is now the Exspiravit's turn. It is going to take 8d12 fire damage.
And then doubled.
1, 3 is 4, 10 is 14, that is 3 dice. 9 is 23, that is 4 dice. 1 is 24, that is 4 dice, or that is 5 dice, excuse me. 3 more, that is a 9, plus 24 is 33, 2 more. 7 is 40, 1 more. 47 times 2 is going to be 94 points of fire damage to the Exspiravit. Cnidarias, you feel a sense of relief wiping your brows. You see this monster kind of burning to a crisp, and you see its body slump to the ground.
Take out my little pen and paper and put down.
LOL, it's dead.
It never stood a chance. I did it.
Never.
If it weren't for me, it would never have died.
At the end of the Exspiravit's turn, it is going to make a DC 15 Constitution saving throw for its ability Sanguine Rebirth.
Fuck you.
Get the fuck out of here.
With a +6 to the Constitution
Rolling
save.
that one.
Oh, fuck
I'm
you.
going to roll this die in the Seal of Fate.
You better
Fuck you.
I'll be in that one.
Oh,
No.
It's the player hater. I gotta.
I gotta. Look at that giraffe on his fucking shirt.
Stupid. Just like
Fuck
the
that one.
giraffe.
A 13 plus 6 is a 19.
Fuck you, sir.
You see this creature start to twitch and writhe and bend and
94
creak and
points
stand.
of damage. It killed it 3
It
times.
rises back to half of its original hit points.
Fuck that thing.
Man.
And it looks up at you.
Is it still in the fire?
It's still in the fire.
And it's
Okay.
taking damage every round it's in the fire.
It's going to. But Cnidarias, I'm going to say with the rest of the party, you guys don't see what is happening inside you guys are all making your beeline. You saw the explosion. You don't see Cnidarias yet, but you get the feeling he's going to be able to get out. I mean, he seemed confident in this plan. And Cnidarias,
an angel.
it is your turn. You see the Exspiravit rebirth and come back to a pretty healthy set. And it is solely focused on you. What do you do?
Oh, man.
One thing I want to cut to. You lost the Not So Bad Championship. And to be honest, it was either rigged or someone stole it from you.
It was.
Because you should
I
have
know
won.
that factually.
You should have won.
Correct.
You had a plan to sabotage the Not So Bad Championship, and that plan involved you running back to your tent to gather supplies, tinker supplies, all sorts of things. And Binky stopped you, telling you to put it down and come back to the show. And you did. You dropped everything, but the cheeky bastard that you are, you did slip a spark rod into your pocket, just in case. And you feel the spark rod in your pocket, and you look towards the chandelier, conductive, iron wrought, and hanging on by a single thread, hovering directly above the Exspiravit at 80 feet. What would you like to do?
Okay, we're gonna write in the journal. You can never kill a legend. Closing monologue for. Well then,
You have an object interaction, a bonus action, and an action.
How's your health?
My object interaction will be to. My health's terrible, but I don't have anything to get it up. So we're just gonna.
A lot of sorcerers have that problem, Cnidarias.
Valid.
Okay, and then I am going to stick my rod in the metal, and then I am going to get out my violin.
This spark rod inserted into one of the tight coils of the chandelier begins to generate a charge.
And then I am going...
And you can feel an intense buzz sent through the entire chandelier that you are hanging on to. It's a matter of mere moments before this entire thing becomes like an electrical death trap.
Okay, so skill check. I am going to take out my violin and start playing melodramatic violin music.
Do so with disadvantage because you are exhausted.
Okay. We're performing...
Oh,
no! How the fuck? That has to negate itself.
That's terrible. I rolled a nat 20 and a nat 1. That's crazy.
Here's how I'm going to narrate this. Here's how I'm going to narrate it. What instrument are you using?
My violin.
Holy shit.
Cnidarias, from your perspective, you whip out your violin and attempt to play this melodic, melancholy tune, and 3 of your strings break. Everybody else outside the tent, you don't hear anything.
How long does this fall take? Do I get another turn during mid-fall?
It would probably go 1 round, and then you might get another chance to make another performance check if you'd like to. Though it will be with 1 string.
I have other instruments. I got like 3 of them.
Okay, cool. So bonus or object interaction, insert the rod. This chandelier is charging. What would you like to do with your action?
My action, I think I will...
Cnidarias, there is but 1 chain link left on the chandelier before it tumbles.
I can attack it, I suppose. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, 1 well-placed hit will definitely dislodge the chandelier.
Okay, well then we are gonna smack it. And I get hella extra damage on this.
Yeah, go ahead and roll that attack. 24 is gonna hit the armor class of a chain. 7 points of damage, piercing damage, is going to beat the damage threshold and hit point total of this chain link. Cnidarias, there is an electrical spark that has surged through your sword, hitting your hand and electrocuting you as well. You're going to take 4 points of lightning damage.
I've got 2 health points left.
Cnidarias is still up, and the chain link snapping sends the chandelier into a free fall. The creature below screeching as this thing falls towards it, still bathed in flames. The rest of you outside are rushing. You find some spot of safety. You all see outside a couple things. Almost all of the civilians, you were able to, I made a whole other map, guys. You were able to contain the Exspiravit deep here in the big top the entire fight. You see Bingus, who was once a bird running the Fool's Errand, shapeshift into a full-blown airborne creature. You see Bajorno. He has his wooden paddle, and he is like taking this paddle and swiping it towards the big top, and swaths of flame are being tamed by his battle paddle. And I just had to drop the name in there. I just had to drop the name in there, guys. He says, "This a kitchen ain't a closing tonight, boys."
Oh my god.
And you all make your distance, standing put, turning to look at the big top as it roils in flames. You see the top begin to concave and dip into the tent itself, just becoming engulfed in flames.
Hey, has anybody seen Cnidarias?
It is the Exspiravit's turn. It is going to make the first the legendary action against you again. Make a DC 12 dexterity saving throw.
Come on.
Okay.
Come on.
This.
I got
Yes.
13 is
did.
going to succeed.
13, you won.
Then on its turn, as you are falling, you are falling 40 feet. Now you're 40 feet away from the fire, from the creature. It is going to make double tendril attacks against you as well. A 10. It's going to miss.
Nope.
A 12.
You can't touch me, bitch.
You let go of the chandelier for a moment, and you are able to effortlessly move out of the way like a dance in the air from these tendrils. It is now your turn. What do you do?
Perform. That's all I got.
Make a performance
I
check.
can't do nothing else.
With
So we're just doing
disadvantage.
it. I am using my dual singer.
Outside, you all hear this quick melodic thrum of chords. You all hear this reverberate, and I'm going to give you all a D8 Bardic Inspiration die to use for the next session.
Oh, okay.
You hear this tone that just captures your attention and raptures your thought, and you feel something has happened inside the tent. You aren't sure what, but something bad has happened inside the tent. And Cnidarias, anything else on your turn?
Can you kick flip away to not land right on it?
I just used a skill check, so I can't really do another acrobatics at the moment.
As an action, you can if you'd like.
Okay, I could action to try to do a little.
Yeah, do so with disadvantage.
Cunt.
On a 10, you step off of the chandelier and propel yourself about 5 feet, just outside of the actual radius of burning powder in the ground here, just outside of the reach of the Exspiravit. The chandelier crashes to the ground, sending sparks of electricity and jolts of energy all throughout this stage here, connecting with every bit of pieces of metal and conductive material. The Exspiravit is jolted and shocked. The Exspiravit is crushed by the heavy ton-weight chandelier, and there is another small explosion from the fire circle. You see parts of it are blown out from the center, dismantling and dispersing its pieces. Cnidarias, you fall 80 feet. You have Blade Ward.
I also have 2 health points.
You take 14 points, reduced down to 7 points of damage. And Cnidarias is knocked unconscious, making death saving throws. The creature is going to roll another sanguine rebirth.
Dead. This motherfucker.
The DC increases to an 18 on its second use. The Exspiravit rolls a natural 1. And you can hear this bellow throughout the carnival. Everybody fleeing turns to look and see. Cnidarias, with your last blink, you see this creature begin to shape and morph and shift and crawl out of the fire towards you with its last grasp. As it reaches out to you with 2 of its split arms, they slowly zipper up and reconjoin. The other arm reaches out and does the same. The creature begins to morph back into a humanoid shape. All of its essence, all of its source dissipates as you see a man, a teenager, fall still in the dirt. And Cnidarias, you hear a voice in your head. Your final thought. I'm proud of you. And as the rest of you, feeling a disturbance in the source, rush back to the tent, Salem maybe dips inside the most agile and avoids all the falling timbers. You see this teenage boy, and you see a lifeless, limp Cnidarias lie next to him.
Can I grab him? Can I grab him and pull him out?
You drag him out of the fire, out of the flames.
Okay, someone needs to come help me. I can't heal him.
I'm coming
Willi
to you
runs
right
over
now.
to go help.
I'm over there right now.
You all congregate around Cnidarias' body, and what do you do?
I pour a health potion down his throat.
Can I do cure wounds?
You pour this potion down his gullet. He doesn't even swallow. Willi, you place your hands on his chest and you throw every last ounce of source or cesare you have in your body, and his chest does not rise. It has been over a minute since Cnidarias fell. Aenon, you take a small look around for a moment. Inside that tent, you see a body moving. It is that of the teenage face you saw on the missing poster when you first entered the carnival. Thick. And as the big top crumbles, a shaft up at the top snaps and a curtain falls.
I noticed the book in his hand.
First and foremost, Aenon, you see all sorts of notes, all of his narcissistic jabberings that he had throughout the event here. But Cnidarias, is there anything else that Aenon would find in this notebook at this moment?
Right at the very bottom, at the last sentence I wrote in the combat, I wrote, "To Willi, do my story justice,
Oh.
or I will haunt you."
Willi takes Rennick's collar out of his pocket and puts it in his pocket.
Willi, you got this. You can do it justice.
Telling a story about him?
Yeah, telling his story. He wrote it down for you.
Why did you write that to me? I don't understand.
I think he knew that you had it in you to be a great actor.
Cnidarias has written something as a result of the last couple hours or so.
Yeah, this, I assume, was tucked away somewhere on my person, discovered by the party. And it reads, "To whomst it may concern, which in all honesty should be everybody. If you are reading this, then I have done the unthinkable, the unspeakable, the thoroughly avoidable. I have died. First, let me assure you, it was dramatic. I would never perish quietly. No slipping into the night for me, no sir. I can only assume it was glorious, loud, and probably involved an explosion, a fabulous lighting cue, and at least 3 standing ovations from whatever crowd was lucky enough to witness my final bow. Now let's get the legalities out of the way. My wardrobe shall go to absolutely no one, as no one else could possibly do it justice. Bury me with everything, or bronze it, or burn it, in a commemorative firework display. My mirrors, yes, all 17 of them, are to be polished weekly and displayed in a gallery titled Reflections of the Greatness, a Retrospective. My stage name is retired. No future performers may go to Cnidarias without express written permission from my ghost, which I will haunt you with if violated. My fans, you beautiful, unworthy masses, may hold a candlelight vigil with actual candles, not those cheap, source-flickering things. I expect tears and rivers of them. My rivals, you know who you are. You are, of course, forgiven. It is difficult to shine when standing in my shadow. As for my personal effects, any items of importance, and all of them are important, shall be distributed however my dearest friend, my great childhood pet, Bonkers, sees fit, provided she reads this aloud in her best impression of me, with flair and at least 2 costume changes and a wig reveal. But before I fade into legend, let me say this. I know I made it look easy, the glitter, the gasps, the genius, but beneath every dazzling trick, behind every perfect illusion, was someone trying very hard not to be forgotten. If I managed to make you laugh, gasp, or cheer, just look up from your miserable little life and feel something.
Oh my God.
Then I did what I came here to do. And if I happen to save your life, well, you are welcome. Signed in sparkled ink under dramatic lighting with a flourish that echoes through time. Cnidarias Gemhair, PTI, performer, tinkerer, icon. Yes,
Salem starts crying. Willi starts laughing. Aenon continues, wait, there's a postscript.
Salem rips his shirt open and sobbing.
There's a PS. One moment.
In the unlikely event that this gets read, because I intended to live forever, I'd like to ask one final favor, preferably by someone with taste, poise, and half-decent cheekbones. Salem, check on my mother. She sent me that letter recently, and I can't explain it, but something about it felt off. She rambled a bit, talked in loops. It was nothing like her. She's never incoherent. She raised me, after all. Probably just stress or old age or something else. I don't know. I meant to write back or visit or something, but then the show picked up again, and well, greatness doesn't wait. Peace, love, unity, respect.
Signed, C, parentheses, PTI, parentheses, GH.
Oh my God.
So should we loot his body before we bury him, or
You're fucking disgusting. Did you not hear my will?
Himself on the corpse.
I don't see a bonkers reading your will, so therefore your will is not valid.
Salem throws himself over a limp, lifeless Cnidarias, weeping.
Hysterically.
Aenon stows the note, reading the letter that has obscure and the logo at the bottom. Unsure of what exactly that means, but finding Xantina, the name of his mother, who he has requested Salem check in on. Salem, according to Cnidarias, talking about this and covering the secrets of the letter, you found his hometown to be that of Salisi, a low-born community mostly, somewhere here in Aventhyr, not too far away from where you guys are at now, but it would be a little bit of a trek. You'd probably need some horses to get there within a day or two's time. But he has personally requested that somebody go and check in on Xantina back at Salisi. And we are going to cut away from this scene. The camera sort of zooms out, pans out of the carnival, now in absolute ruin. Civilians fleeing to their carriages parked on the outskirts. And
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I live here. I work here.
an old woman sprints out of the carnival grounds to safety, clutching the hand of a devilishly handsome senior man. Come on, Reggie, we gotta break the tree line! They dash through the trees at a youthful speed. After a few hundred feet, Betsy begins checking her periphery, noticing not a soul around. She slows, stops, and leans against an abandoned carriage, checking her breathing. She swallows and begins musing to her winded partner. He took him without questioning. It must still live in him, even if he forgets his name, Reggie responds. Betsy crushes a chocolate coin in her palm. Inside, a filament of shimmer pulses faintly. When he dreams, I'll be there. She places the coin and filament into her mouth and swallows once more. Reginald reaches for his head to a hat that does not exist and pulls one off, revealing a form, shifting. And when it settles, a tall, muscle-choked, grim-born man with a wild mane of copper-colored hair and a single broken tusk lumbers over Betsy. To her side, a window from the carriage reveals not the old woman, Betsy, but a woman dressed in expensive filigree, with focused amber eyes and two maroon stumps where there ought to be horns. Cnidarias. Just silence. You float in a place that should not exist. A velvet dark space stitched from the edge of dreams and the back curtain of reality. No up, no down. Your body is gone, but some part of you, memory, soul, ego, still burns faintly, like the last spotlight refusing to dim. You reach for something, anything, and a voice answers. You did well, my darling. The voice is warm, familiar, the accent crisp, comforting.
Mommy.
She steps from the gloom, or maybe the gloom just recedes around her. She's dressed in the gown she wore the last time that you saw her. embroidered in silver thread the colors of your family crest. You saved them all, she says, cupping your cheek like you're still a boy. Just like I knew you would. You were always meant for something greater, Cnidarias. The space around you shifts, not black, not white, just vast.
Wait, Mom, what are you doing here?
A low vibration hums, like a thought being whispered through a cathedral, something enormous waiting to be acknowledged. You're not dead yet, hon. The warmth turns cold. Her touch turns to mist. The stars behind her blink like eyes and then begin to close. The world will need a new performance soon, and you, my star, will rise again. Her voice changes. It stretches and twists like silk unraveling, a whisper in a language you do not yet fully understand. You will be the voice they follow, the mask they trust, the gate through which the old song will sing once more. As her form dissolves, the sound crescendo. 1,000 chimes playing backwards. A breath caught in time, a thought so quiet it hurts. Then a single word carves itself into your mind, as real as any wound you suffered tonight. Eve. And with that, the spotlight fades.